Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Death, Taxes, and Bananas podcast, where we now have our own feed on Spotify. Breaking news. I don't know if you know this, but we have our own feed on Spotify now and on YouTube. And we even have our own Instagram page as well. All of them. Look for Death, Taxes, and Bananas on Spotify, on YouTube at youtube.com/@Death, Taxes, and Bananas. And on Instagram, repeat after me, kids, Death, Taxes, and Bananas. Season 41 of the challenge has been full of surprises, and very few rookies have made a bigger splash than my next guest. In his very first season, he didn't just walk onto the scene, he fucking cartwheeled, figuratively and literally. From pulling off one of the flashiest elimination wins we've seen in a while to navigating the treacherous waters of betrayals. Yes, I am talking about my previous guest, Derek Chavez. We're looking at you, Derek, wherever the hell you went. I think he's still standing outside. I think he's going to try and reverse the surprise and come in on you. But my next guest has proven he's not just here to compete. He is here to be fabulous while doing it. Whether it's social maneuvering, physical dominance, or just pure flair, Justin has managed to keep the spotlight on him. And the question now is, how far can this energy take him in a game that is constantly shifting beneath his feet? So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome my next guest, Mr. Justin Hinsley. Did I say that right? Hinsley?
Yes, sir.
Or Hensley?
Hinsley.
Hinsley.
Uh-huh.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Dude,
I'm
thanks for agreeing to do my little pop-in surprise on Derek.
God, you're welcome. My heart was pounding out there. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh my God, this is the first time I've seen him in months.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in forever. I haven't really spoken to him at all. When we first got actually out of the challenge house, he followed me on Instagram. I didn't follow him back. And then he unfollowed me.
Because you didn't follow him back.
And then he followed me again. And then he unfollowed me. And then he followed me again to keep giving me the notifications that he was following me. And I just wasn't following him back. And then he DM'd me and he was like, girl, you're going to follow me? And then I tweeted and I was like, this whole unfollow, follow era is quite annoying. And then he responded back and he was like, well, then just love me already. So then I was like, okay, I'm over it. And I finally followed him. But it took a while.
So he wore you into submission.
Yes. Because
you were like anything to, and I know what you're talking about. People used to do that back in the day to gain followers. So what they would do is they would follow 1,000 people in a day, and then they would go and unfollow them all.
Mm-hmm.
And there were certain people, and I would see the notifications pop up. I'm like, why does this person keep following me? And that's why. He just wanted you to be his friend, dude.
Yeah, no, he tried, and I was like, okay, I give up. I'll follow you. So I followed him.
Girl, can you just stop already?
Come on, figure it out, girl.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you guys made up. I'm glad you guys did it here. I would have rather been, a cat fight. That would have been probably better, but whatevs.
It is what it is.
We have the reunion.
Right.
Coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be fun.
I plan to say some things too, so.
You have to. If I give you one, listen, because we were just talking about this before we started. The reunion is going to be in Amsterdam again. Mm-hmm. It's going to be awesome. I am planning on interjecting myself in a bunch of beefs that I'm not even involved in.
Oh, I know you're going to.
You better believe it.
I know, Mr. I am the challenge. I know you're going to interject yourself in things
I'm gonna see
you don't belong in.
I'm going to see how many more clips I can find of America saying that she's run through all the vet men.
Well, I've done all the vet men. Well, I've
been through all the men.
Guys.
Dude, it just writes itself.
It does. She's doing it to herself.
I know. And you know what? She has to do it to herself, and I have to do it to her because production did us no favors by just editing that entire night out of the season.
I know. Nothing.
What do we think?
It would have been so good to see it all.
What I don't understand is that was great television. It's the most we've seen of her. It was the most activated she's been all season. She was a messy queen,
and
we don't even hear about it. But we have every single angle and aspect of Nani.
Getting her cheeks clapped.
Everywhere.
You got him in the freaking closet, underneath the bed, while Seti's asleep up there. I mean.
Dude, I think Seti had to pull his bonnet down over his eyes because he didn't want to see what was going on. Poor kid. Welcome to the challenge, buddy.
Literally.
In the bunk bed. Oh, dude.
I didn't have many options, so I couldn't have done that, but.
No comment. So, all right. So you original. What the fuck did I got this guy here for? Your hometown is WeHo, where we're not in WeHo now. We're adjacent, right? You were originally on the show Cheer. Now, I don't know if we talked about this before. Is that the same as Navarro?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually watched that years ago with an ex of mine. She who shall not be mentioned. We call her Voldemort. Actually, she calls me that. But anyways, she was a former cheerleader. All right. So your show was about the Navarro Bulldogs. And how do you make the transition going from a show like Cheer to then the challenge? Like, how does that transition take place? Now, I think the only person story that's maybe a little more confusing than that is Ben. Where did Ben come from?
Where did Ben come from?
Where the fuck did Ben come from?
Ben came out of nowhere. Ben doesn't know where Ben came from.
Ben has no clue.
No idea.
But how did that happen? How did that come about? How do you go from Navarro Cheer to the challenge?
I cheered at Navarro in 2019, 2020, and 2021. Okay. I stopped in 2021. Haven't done anything cheerleading related since. I was on both seasons.
Except for whooping Rogan's ass.
Right, except for that. That was fun. I was on both seasons of Cheer on Netflix. I wasn't a main person on the show by any means. I was just a little background character with the rest of the team. Like, how people saw me on that show to then think, oh my God, that's going to be a great personality for MTV. No clue. No clue. All I know is the day after Halloween, I was driving my friend back to his apartment, hungover as fuck from drinking all night in West Hollywood, got a call. Hey, you want to be on the challenge? I said, hey, yeah. They said, hey.
Shout out Lisi.
I know, for real. Thank you, Lisi. You changed my world. And then they were like, have you ever watched the show? And I was like, no. And they said, watch an episode. I watched an episode, called them back, and I said, you got to be out of your mind. No.
Which episode was it?
It was somebody scaling down a building doing math problems. It was like every like floor.
That was All-Star. That was not All-Stars. USA season 1.
And they had to like climb all the way back up if they got it wrong. First of all, I can't do math. Yeah. I'm terrified of anything that has to do with numbers. So I saw math and I was already thinking like, no shot. And then I saw people scaling down a building and I was like, nah. And then I watched Olivia's season with the golf ball and it getting thrown to her head and all I saw was blood. And I was like, immediately, absolutely
This is what they tell you to watch.
No, that's just what I randomly picked. I didn't like, nobody told me to watch it. I just randomly picked random episodes just to see what I was getting myself into. So I tried to go to the very end of something to see if you make it to the end, what the hell do you have to do at the very end? If this is what they're doing in the beginning, what's going on at the end?
You're like,
so
I am fine being on a show where I get balls hitting me in the face, but not golf balls between the eyes.
Yeah. I like when men's balls hit me in the face.
Exactly. That is the line
that I draw.
And I'm drawing. When it comes to golf balls being slung at me at 800 miles an hour, not happening.
No. I saw the blood and I was just like, absolutely not. And then I called my mom, and my mom has been watching the challenge since day one. She watched Real World, all the things. So I called her and she started freaking out. And I was like, why are we freaking out? Like, what is this? What's the challenge?
Your
like, what's going on?
Your mom watches the show and she didn't tell you to start an alliance with me?
She actually told me that she wants me to FaceTime you because she wants to meet you more than anything.
Let's FaceTime her. Bust it out. She better answer.
She better.
Or else I can't, you know what? I've got some questions. What's your mom's name?
Michelle.
I got some questions for Michelle.
She's a big challenge fan. She loves you.
What? The heck?
Since day one.
We're FaceTiming Michelle Hinsley.
Logan.
Oh, sorry.
Different last name. She got remarried. She's also a teacher, so God only knows what she's doing right now.
Who's this? Is this Michelle Logan? Michelle, welcome to the Death, Taxes, and Bananas podcast. We were talking about you just now. So I had a question for your son here. He said that you were a big fan of the challenge. I was like, did your mom not tell you before you went on to get in an alliance with me? Huh?
But.
Okay.
I did tell him all about you.
Aw.
And I'm like seriously fangirling right now. I think I'm having a hot flash.
Are you? No, that's called menopause.
No, it is.
You know what? I must be going through menopause too because I'm having a hot flash. Or no, maybe it's just the lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So actually, no, funny story. When he first said, oh my God, Mom, I can't do this. I said, oh my God, yes, you can. It's the challenge.
Yeah.
You're going to do it. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie. If he could do what he did on cheer, all right, with the stunts and the flips and the pressure of like doing that and all that choreography, I'm sorry, but that's probably as difficult, not more difficult than we have to do. You know what? Hey, this is great. It's a great kid you raised here, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for all supporting him, and especially on that first elimination there. That was insane. Like, I even said to him afterwards, I'm like, Johnny Bananas.
I've told everybody. I give props to Johnny Bananas for my elimination.
Thank you.
I've told everybody. I say it. Everybody that has asked me, I say, Johnny Bananas is a huge reason I won my elimination.
Well, listen, you did it though.
I did it, but without
you
your
listen,
coaching.
though. You listen. A lot of people don't listen, man. Yeah, I thought he was on. I thought he got the shaft on that. Jake's big ass head should have been in that elimination. So,
Agreed.
All right. Well, we're gonna say bye. We're gonna get back to. But we wanted to call and say hi, and I wanted to let you know he's in good hands.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. I'm totally fangirling. Thank you.
No, get back to educating these kids. They need a lot of help.
I know. Well, they're actually taking a test right now. I'm where they're like staring at me thinking, okay, what is she doing right now? I'll tell them.
Give them the lesson. Be like, kids, if you want to learn how to be grown-up functioning members of society, do the exact opposite that Johnny Bananas does.
Okay, I'm going to tell them that right now.
All right. See ya. All right, bye. Thanks, Mom.
Fun.
Mom, we just saved you $250 on your car insurance. Just kidding, on your cameos. All right, where were we? Hey, by the way, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Your first elimination. What you did, listen, not only did you complete the task, all right, because you did. What you did was listen. And I cannot tell you, that might sound like such a small, like decision to make or adjustment to make. But the amount of people that I've seen fail on dailies or in eliminations because they keep trying to do the same thing and they don't change their approach, i.e. Rogan. You didn't. You sat there and I could see it going through your head. You tried this, you tried that, you tried hitting it with your shoulder. And what you ended up doing was, I think at least the first time, the second time might have been different, but you went and you jumped like on your back. Like you jumped up on your back and that's what ended up helping me roll over. Do it.
I mean, I remember hearing every voice up there. Not every voice, but I remember specific people's voices. But yours is the voice that is like engraved in my brain. Has not left my brain. I think I go to sleep and I still hear you screaming the way that you were screaming. But yours was, the reason it hasn't left my brain, it was because it was all constructive. It was all helping me figure out and process what I needed to process. Because it's so hard to think about what you need to do down there.
Yeah.
Because you're so tunnel visioned until all you can think about is not losing. And so it was hard to like band those two things together to not only think about not losing, but to also think about what you were saying.
Yeah.
So once I figured out what the hell you were saying, I was like, oh wait.
It's just being
clicking.
It's weird. Eliminations are a really weird thing because your adrenaline, usually like the way like the human brain works is like when adrenaline kicks in, your fight or flight, your ability to think shuts off. Because you're just reacting. You're just in reactionary mode. And that's why a lot of times when people are in eliminations, they start to panic. You saw what happened to Izzy on on the last elimination. And once you panic and once you freak out and once you're no longer like in the moment, you're
game over
as good
from
as
there.
dead.
Yeah. It's game over from there.
And
you're not coming back out alive.
And you locked in. Now, the only reason you were in that elimination, and obviously we had spoken to Derek about it, was because I think that you were unjustly and unfairly targeted in that. But I think what was so great about the way that it all panned out is this is why you got to be very careful about calling people out. Because any day it could be anyone's elimination. And guys like Rogan, what do you think? Oh, it's going to be pole wrestler, hall brawl. And it wasn't. It was
something that catered to me. And thank God it catered to me.
Yeah.
Thank God. I agree. That was an unjust decision throwing me in there.
Yeah, where'd that even come from?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I was the social butterfly talking to everybody. And I would, at that point in the game, I hadn't talked game to anybody. I was just actually getting to know people and like hanging out. So I don't know why I was the first one that they thought easy peasy, let me throw in. Because me and Rogan, every night we were hanging out and having conversations and chit-chatting it up. So I did not think I was going to be the person that he was going to choose. But I think Izzy had a lot to do with that as well.
Izzy did, but also, I mean, coming into this challenge, you had mentioned on the Zach Nichols podcast, which never mentioned here before, but there you go, Zach. There's your shout out. That you wanted to be friends with and work with Olivia going into this season. What did you know about her, and what about her made you want to be like, yeah, I want to be paired up with the Snake this season?
I just watched. That was honestly the only season that I had watched before coming on into the challenge was 37. And I didn't watch it. Like, I wasn't sitting there plastered to my TV, like watching every single move people were doing.
Background noise.
It was background noise. I was watching the challengers. All I saw Olivia do was compete. I watched her compete. I was like, damn, she's a good competitor.
She is. She's gritty as fuck.
She's a great competitor. So I was like, I want to be friends with her going into it. Obviously, when I found out I was going to the challenge, my mom told me about other people, but like, I didn't go deep diving. I didn't go digging into everything that everybody had ever done on the challenge. I was just like, well, I'm going to go in and say, fuck it. And whatever happens, happens. I didn't come in with a strategy. I didn't come in with anything else. I was just like, Olivia's somebody that I have watched on the season. So I'll just try and become friends with her. And then the first thing I see is her in the freaking pink suit. And obviously as a little gay boy, like, she's flashy, she's bright, she's out there and open. And I'm like, yeah, I like her.
She loves the kiki.
Yeah, she does.
Girl never stops, dude.
Exactly, she doesn't. So I was like, well, we could be great friends.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was fun. And then we hung out that first night and we were good.
Did
and
you
then
know
she was plotting against me the entire time.
With Derek.
And plotted, oh my God. And the more that I watch it, the more that I realize she's actually still plotting against me.
Yes. Always.
And I'm still in the house thinking that we're buddies and that we're being friends, but she's actually still plotting against me.
And this is what I thought was so funny was like when I kept getting targeted by her and all of her minions, I'm like, you guys realize that you are all like under this spell and she has you thinking that I'm the evil one and I'm the big bad wolf and I'm the one that's going to manipulate and fuck everyone. But what she's doing is manipulating all you guys into thinking that.
See, okay, I wouldn't say me in that aspect because I wasn't really working necessarily with her because I was always with Nani and Ashley and that side of things. Like
the sane ones.
Through and through. Yeah, I was with them. Like Olivia, I was hanging out with her all the time because
the mentally stable ones.
Yes, I was with the stable ones, and people would disagree with that. But in that house, I would say they were the mentally stable ones. But that's who I was like initially working with. But I also knew that I needed to have Olivia in my corner because Olivia and I still would talk a little bit of games, so I kind of somewhat knew where she was going for a couple of things. But I was like, I can go take that back to my friends who I'm actually actively working with, because Nani and them, that's who I actually trusted. That's who I wanted to be with. So
are we talking early on or are we talking about now?
Early on too. Because Olivia didn't sway, because this is when it comes back to you. Because Olivia, I wasn't part of those minions where it was like, oh, we need to get Johnny out of here. It's fuck Johnny. Because the moment you helped me with my elimination, I was like, well,
yeah,
I've got his back from there. Like, no, yeah. And so once you helped me with that, like, I was like, well, I have no issues with Johnny. I'm not going to go after him, even though I'm close with, or not close, but like keeking with Olivia right now. If she looks at me and was like, we're coming after Johnny, I'm like, well, I'm also actively working with Nani and Ashley and all of them who aren't coming for Johnny, so I'm not coming for Johnny.
Yeah.
I wasn't part of that little minion, but those little minions were definitely going for bananas. And bananas. So they wanted you gone.
What did I do, man? I mean, I just thought I was just showing up, you know, like.
I would have loved to have played longer with you. I think it would have been way more fun. We would have had the guitar. We would have had the singing.
Dude.
The voice.
Exactly. Could have done that. We could have fucking practiced some stunts.
Right. I could have teach you to stunt in the water. Like,
dude,
we would have had way more fun instead of we were sitting there twiddling our thumbs, walking on damn eggshells half the time.
I can do a Russian.
Can you really?
I have. In German.
Okay.
It was a white Russian. Those are the best. Oh, dude, you're inappropriate. So, all right. So how did you see, I guess, okay, after the first vote, you get sent in, you come back into the house. How did that kind of change, I guess, your outlook on, you said that going into that, you know, you were kind of close with the emotionally stable group of women upstairs, i.e. Nani and Ashley. And then you were kind of just on the peripheral kikiing with Olivia. But after that first vote, did that kind of change the way that you kind of saw the way that, you know, who you were working with, the way that people were playing the game?
It honestly only made me change the way I saw Derek. Okay. I still, for some reason, was sitting here thinking that Olivia was just like
wild, isn't it?
Fucking God to me.
I know.
Why I was sitting here thinking that she was God to me, I don't know, because I like everything that I was going to Ashley and Nani for everything. Like those were like the people that were like confident with me. I was confident with them. But obviously I loved hanging out with Olivia. So I got back into the house and I was like, I'm still going to kick you with Olivia. But Derek, fuck you. You're gone. Even though they are besties working together. And that doesn't make sense now looking back on it now when I rewatch everything. But I don't know. She was fucking God in my eyes, apparently. And
I might have been wrong. Maybe Olivia isn't a snake. She's a snake charmer.
Clearly, she charmed me for no reason.
But here's the thing.
She also looked at me and told me that I was her number one rookie boy at one point. And I think once I heard that, I was like, "Eh."
It's not just you though. Okay, so I was
telling everybody.
I was talking to Derek about this last episode with Izzy.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy was like the same way. Izzy looked up to Olivia as if it's like, oh my God, like you're like the second coming of Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's just like whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. I'm your loyal subject, right? Like as if like I don't know, Olivia's like one of the new Manson family. But then when Izzy basically gets 2 votes burned against her, Olivia and Theo's votes, which had they gone against John A or D, Izzy's safe. Izzy doesn't go in. Izzy's still in the game. Even after she gets those 2 burn votes that don't go her way, she still's blaming other people.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you still not blaming? And she, in her eyes, like you said, she still couldn't, for some reason, blame Olivia.
Yeah, she couldn't. That was a hill she was prepared to die on no matter what it took. And I was like, that's not a hill I'm dying on. There's actually no hill in this house that I'm prepared to die on because at the end of the day, it's you versus yourself. Like in that game, like it's you. And so she was dead ass prepared that Olivia was going to be her saving grace no matter what. And she was going to die on her hill.
Under the spell.
It was crazy.
But it's funny now because her numbers have dwindled and now it's almost coming into episode 8. Now this episode, it's the exact opposite. You had basically, I feel like Olivia had her pick of the litter. Every guy and girl was looking up to her as like she was, the alpha female in the house. And now you have guys in the house. You've got, Will and Cedric kikiing about Olivia and them basically making fun of her and saying that like they don't want her to be your partner. So it's like, did that switch you think take place because of her like shady gameplay or did they just not see her as a strong competitor?
Well, obviously her body is doing some changes right now in the season and her body is feeling those changes.
Oh, you mean like her calves are growing from all the running she's doing?
Yeah. We can go there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Gotcha.
The fetus that's growing inside of her is taking some energy out right now. And in a couple of challenges.
Did we know this though?
We didn't.
Okay, so
actually, we had talked about it. The Upstairs Alliance, we had talked about it, like just fucking around, joking about it, being like, she's probably pregnant right now. Like not even thinking about it. Like it was something that was spoken about. The energy that was being taken out of her, you could tell. It's like you're going to start to see in some challenges. Like she starts to slow down, and we start to look at her being like, that is not the Olivia that was first started in the season. Like there are multiple challenges that are coming up to where her partners are the reason why she's doing good.
Okay, so
that's starting to happen. But her complaining about people not wanting to be her partner is actually mind blowing to me, and this is why I'm so pissed because this is why I'm mad at myself for thinking that she's a god that I don't believe in because. As soon as we found out we were locking in partners, who do you think I ran to and said I want to be your partner? Olivia.
Yep.
Immediately, I was like, I want to be you are my number one choice. I want to be your partner. And that was because she is at this point, she's the only person that I had won a challenge with yet, a daily with. Her and I worked very well together. We had a great challenge. We beat everybody by a whole minute. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. Great pick for me. I would love to run it with her. So I was like, yeah, that's who I'm going to pick. And so I started going around the house asking every boy. And every boy was like, not Olivia, not Olivia, not Olivia. So I'm sitting here like, hell yeah, I got the pick of I'm going to get Olivia. But nobody liked working with Olivia for some reason.
Is it they didn't like working with her or did they see that because...
Maybe she was in the crossfire of things.
Yes.
Maybe. It could be that they didn't want to go with the baggage that comes with Olivia.
Yeah.
That could be why. I didn't really care about the baggage that came with it.
She probably saw it as, well, of course, because you're blinded by love.
Yeah. I didn't care.
You're blinded by love.
When we had that conversation, I told her, I was like, I want to be your partner, whatever. And she was like, told me, she was like, I want, like, you're a really good option for me. Like, I would love to be partners with you. She was like, I want somebody that's, wants to be partners with me. And I was like, okay, I just told you I want to be partners with you. And then she was like, but I also want somebody that's interconnected in Nani's circle. And I was like, okay, so that's also me because actually in Nani's circle.
It's like she's putting together, it's like she's piecing together like the perfect Mr. Potato Head with all of the little parts that she needs for like the perfect partner.
Mm-hmm. And then she looks at me, she's like, but I just feel like if we're partners, we're just going to get thrown into every single elimination possible. And I was like, I mean, I'm pretty protected by my girls over here. And I feel like you're pretty protected. Like socially, I think you and I would be perfectly fine, actually. And she was like, I don't know, but you're definitely a really good option for me. Like, I'm not saying no, like, whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like,
but you're not saying yes.
Right.
This isn't exactly a full-throated embrace of
it wasn't. And so I was just like, okay, whatever, I'll take it. But then after I heard every single boy say no to her, and I was like, well, she has no choice but to pick me. So, like, she might as well just suck it the fuck up and pick me. So I'm sitting here dumb as fuck. Like, yeah, I'm going to be partners with Olivia. And like, that's why in my interview, I literally said, I don't have a plan because if I don't get picked first, which was I was saying like by Olivia, by the first girl, because I knew Michaela was picking Cedric. And so I was like, if I don't get picked first, then I'll figure it out. Because I was literally sitting there thinking that Olivia might choose me.
So what you're saying is neither you nor Olivia had a plan B this season?
No. I didn't have a plan A. I didn't have a plan A, B, or C.
Well, she didn't have a plan B because she ended up pregnant, man.
You're right.
Boy.
That flew over my head.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I was blinded by Olivia, but I'm glad I can see it now.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like, you know, the guy who just is so like in love with this girl. And even though she treats him like shit, it's like, I don't care. Go date all the guys you want. I'll be waiting for you when you're done.
Literally, that was me at the house. I was like, Olivia's going through all her boys. And I was like, Olivia, I'm still here for you.
No, it's like Forrest Gump.
Waiting.
It's like Forrest Gump when he's so nice to her and Jenny goes around and starts dating this guy and Forrest is still there. So what you're saying is you were kind of like Forrest Gump and she was like Jenny this season.
Basically.
Yeah.
I wanted her so bad.
Unbelievable. Okay, so then coming into this episode, CT has just taken out Derek. Were you on the whole Justice for Leikin train?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Leikin was my roommate. I had to be. She was my girl.
And this is what I asked him, and I want your take on it too. Was this really Justice for Leikin? Did we really feel like CT threw this to get rid of Leikin? Or was it, we want CT out of the house, and we're going to use the Justice for Leikin thing, or the fact that he was responsible for her potentially going in. We're going to use that as validation for basically turning on him, sending him in.
The Justice for Leikin thing definitely took a turn, for sure.
Okay.
But we were pissed at CT during that challenge where Leikin did the entire challenge by herself.
Yeah.
You know, we were obviously pissed. It was a girls' day. Didn't look like he was trying. Like visibly when we were standing over there, like there was no ounce of him that was trying to get up that ladder. Maybe the first couple of times, and then he got freaked out, and then it was just like, whatever.
So it's not that he was trying to throw it. He just wasn't trying.
Right. I don't think that he intentionally walked in and was like, oh, I'm throwing it. We need to get Leikin out. At all. I don't think that was the backstory of it. But once he realized that it just wasn't happening, he was like, well, I'm not even going to try anymore. Because whatever. I don't care. And then we got pissed. Like, he just happened to be caught in the crossfire of the person that sent her home. If it was somebody else, same thing would have happened to them. Mm-hmm. Like, if they would have fucked it up for Leikin, I think the entire house still would have gone after it. It was just easy because CT was already pissing people off. So once he did that, it was easy for everybody to just be like, fuck you for this.
Now, as someone who's new to the show, I don't think we're witnessing something that in 19 years, 25 seasons of the show, we've never witnessed, which is CT being basically bullied, targeted.
By 20-year-olds?
Yes. And Turbo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Turbo.
Never, dude.
Yeah.
Like, when I tell you, if you knew the CT that we all knew, it's like, dude, you avoid this guy like the fucking
right. And
plague.
when we first got into the house, that's the CT we were told about.
And
it's not the CT we see.
And you don't say his name, and you, no matter what he's doing, you don't call him out, no matter how shady his behavior is. And then this season, it's just wild to see. Not only do people not want to be partners with him, but then you have people actively like headhunting him and calling him out. And I'm just saying, like, you have to understand, this is this is, I mean, way far out of like the realm of like, you know,
What the challenge is,
normalcy from the past. So like,
Oh, I
again,
know. If challenge fans are pissed that we're coming after CT right now. They've been throwing DMs left and right talking about how would you come for a legend?
yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, he's a legend, but in this season.
Where was all this shit talking when I was being fucking thrown in? Where was justice for bananas? We're different though, I guess.
I know.
But you said that they were coming after. So what was it besides the Leica thing?
Mm-hmm.
What was it that CT was doing or not doing that like has kind of like landed him in this position in this much hot water?
When it came to the threats, CT was very conniving. He would go to like different people and say different things, not realizing that we all talk to each other. And he would try to get information and plant seeds to piss certain people off. And we all caught on very quickly to it. And then we all just kept it to ourselves. But then it got to the point where the threats were tired of keeping it to themselves. And then they just started coming after him because we picked up that he was just planting seeds and trying to like separate us.
Mm-hmm.
And so once we figured out what he was doing, we were like, old man's got to go.
Yeah.
And so that's when all of them were just like headbanging to him. And it was like, and then he did that to Leica, and then it just gave them the perfect opportunity to be like, it's over for you. And then obviously Turbo came in on it. And once Turbo like set his mind to it, he was dead set to where it was destroy CT or die.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I like watching this again, because when I left, obviously, you know, the vibe of the house was completely different. And I feel like, you know, CT that's the game. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really good at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually he doesn't get called out for doing it though.
Yeah.
But he's very good at, you know, it's like Hansel and Gretel planting these little breadcrumbs and then leading you right into the fucking oven.
Oh yeah, that's exactly
Before
what
you
he was
know
doing.
it, you're like, I'm on fire.
We'd be down there with that pool table and he would have that pool stick just pointing at names, pointing at points, just planting his little seeds. And we would all be sitting there looking at each other being like, we know exactly what you're doing, buddy.
Yeah.
But he kept doing it for as long as he could.
God, you guys are so smart. Jeez.
We're young. We can
doesn't
pick
matter.
up on things.
I'm saying that this is not. I'm
we're
saying
good.
this is unusual, and I'm saying this is a different game plan. This is a different mindset than we've seen from rookies in the past. So, personally, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Only because here's the thing: I feel like who I was targeted by was kind of that was an older vendetta that Olivia was trying to obviously see through, but. Me going in and going home was 100% not because of necessarily my gameplay, although I guess you could call fucking up the Sudoku and getting dragged around the fucking sand. But I have nobody to blame but myself. Right. It wasn't like I went in and I like exposed my game as like being horrible and everyone like came against me. So watching this as a viewer is crazy because you like we're witnessing something that we've never witnessed before.
It gets even crazier.
Yeah, I know.
I saw like the previews for the next couple episodes.
Yeah.
It does the gas pedal does not the foot does not come off the gas pedal anytime to quit soon.
Speaking of which, talking about next episode, this might take me a second to find, but
I was watching this episode. Did nobody pick up that when they were doing the mini final, they went from men's 6th place to 8th place? They skipped me. Cedric got 6th place, and then they go straight into whoever got 8th place.
Bastards.
They didn't put my 7th place, so then it looks like I never finished. And I'm like, what the fuck? I finished 7th because I had that whole thing where I was like, I have to finish before Gabe, Jake, and them. And then they didn't show me finishing before them, and then they just show Gabe finishing right after, and I'm like, no, I finished before him. And the world needs to know that I finished 7th before all you motherfuckers.
All right, well, the world will know. You know why? Because the entire world tunes into my podcast. So you heard that world. Lucky number 11 right here. All right. We got some old school knockdown, drag them out, claws are out. Aneesa and Ashley absolutely, oh, come on, man. Lighting each other up. So it starts off with Nani and Will finding yet another place to. I mean, at this point, is there anywhere in the house they haven't banged yet? Bathrooms, closets,
the only other place
beds.
that was available that wasn't shown by cameras, Olivia and Theo had claimed.
Which was
downstairs. There was like downstairs in the bathroom area. There was like a little corner that they found of the house that they were able to go fuck that nobody could find them. That's probably where she got pregnant.
And it was the same day as the penis pinata.
Uh-huh.
All right, Derek's penis pinata. All right. So again, when we're talking about like things that we have seen many times or we haven't seen in the past, CT being targeted by the new threats. One thing that we have seen many, many times is an unhinged Ashley Mitchell, just drunken, sloppy rant, and we got a good one here. So I want your take on this. I want to know what you coming in and witnessing this live for the first time. What was it like? Is it kind of like Discovery Channel where you're watching and it's just like this disgusting bloody mess, train wreck in slow
lions
motion?
going at each other. I mean, that was. I was waiting for that. I was waiting the entire time in the house for a moment like that. Like that was the reality TV moment that I needed to experience to be like, damn, I really am on reality TV.
Here we go. This is it. This is the moment.
Jake, I will give you my money.
Give me your money, please.
If I win.
Honey, I don't think I can come in first place, but you think you're going to come in first place?
Why wouldn't I?
Athletics.
I am in the best shape of my life, and I can do anything I want to. Some people are just miserable, but I'm not sure why Ashley thought that I was the person that deserved to be talked to like that. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I feel like you took everything wrong.
I worked hard as and I will be damned if somebody like you is going to tell me that I am not capable of anything.
You think that you can beat these rookies? You are still delusional. I don't think I can.
No, all you said was athletics.
Don't come for me unless you're ready for the that's going to come back at you.
Oh, yeah, I'm always ready, darling.
You can do the whole sassy, I'm always ready, darling, but you really are not.
You love for a reason to be mad at me. Because I didn't say
anything.
I called a spade a spade. And guess what, me and you're probably not going to win this season. And I'm probably not either. I'm not being delusional. I'm being honest. And I hate that you are not honest with yourself.
Bitch, don't play with me. I am not the
I'll play with you all day, honey.
No, you
I will
won't.
play
You
with
won't. Win, Ashley.
I don't care how big you are, I'll knock you out, bitch.
You are still trash.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Whew. Okay, a lot to unpack there. Just to start off, on a scale of just 1 to absolutely like, failing a breathalyzer and a field sobriety test, how drunk was Ashley?
I would say like an 8.
She was an 8.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
I give like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
We had a lot of wine.
You can tell.
I mean, the glasses of wine they were giving us were like filled to the brim glasses of wine. We got like 4 glasses. So we were drinking a bottle of wine by ourselves, basically. So, and then the people that weren't drinking, they were going to go get their drinks and then giving them to people that were drinking. So then we got more drinks. So there was a lot of wine being drank.
So we call that movie night.
Yeah.
All right. Anytime there's a big argument, you say everyone's sitting around like they're eating
Literally.
popcorn. Ashley has a few tells when she's drunk. One of them, she'll talk and she'll go like this. Like while she's talking, she'll like slurp in. But then she also does this weird thing with her hands. She'll do like this. And then her eyes blink at different times. Like she is a very easy person to read when she's drunk. So she was clearly inebriated there.
Mm-hmm.
But she says stuff that doesn't even make sense because she's calling Aneesa the delusional one. All right. And she's saying that she's being honest with herself, but it's like how is it your place to sit here and call Aneesa out for she hasn't won a final in a while, but Aneesa plays a very good game.
She does.
She plays a very good social game. I mean, she's been in and won a lot of eliminations. So yeah, she might not be lighting up the radar gun.
Socially, this might be one of her most challenging games that she's played, I think.
Aneesa?
Yeah. From everything social wise, she has burned a lot of social bridges in this house. And it's like left and right. But a lot of it is because she's following Olivia's every move.
Fucking what is it? Derek? Izzy? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like, yo, if you get too close to her, you are going to be, you're going to be burned.
Because Aneesa was at the beginning, it was like, Nani, Ashley, I'm with you guys. Aviv, I'm with you. And then she would agree to do what they were doing. And then we would go to do the nominations. And it was like, actually, I'm going with Olivia. And it's how it was multiple times over and over.
So she's another one that was just caught in her orbit.
Yeah.
Like, I truly believe that if Olivia was like, hey, guys, I need you to go, like, and take some knives and go, like, murder this neighbor over here. You'd be like, okay. just tell us where and when. Okay, this exchange, you said that you came in. What I guess what was it in the game, or what was it that kicked this entire thing off? Why was Ashley on this like nasty rant? Do you feel like she was justified in saying what she said? Do you agree with what she said?
I have no idea where it all started. I wasn't with them when it initially started. I was in my room and then I heard the fights. And so I ran out of the room. I had my glass of wine. I was drinking with some other people. I was standing in a corner with my glass of wine, like eyes bright. And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever experienced. I don't think that Ashley was necessarily correct with what she said to her. I don't think there was any reason to bring athletics or body shaming into it in any sort of way. I agree with her saying that.
Well, she said athletic, but I think that was
they turned it into it
because there's a lot of people who aren't athletic.
Right.
Okay, you could still be in shape. That doesn't mean you're athletic. I think athletic was code for like out of shape, and like you said, if there was more of a body shaming,
it was that's what it was. And obviously, Aneesa knew that, and so that's why she got pissed. Ashley shouldn't have said that, obviously. However, once that fight started to like simmer down, Aneesa started coming back at her for like dad problems. And then Ashley started coming back at her for dad problems. So then they started to dig way deeper. To it was surface level, and then they went below surface level, and then it just got worse and worse and worse. And it got dark, and they started coming after each other like bad, like calling other drug addicts and this and this. It was a big ordeal. Ashley, I don't think should have started it, but I don't think she was wrong in saying that she was delusional. Yeah. Because, Aneesa did somewhat walk around the house thinking like, I can win. I'm that bitch. And, looking at the things that she's done in the previous challenges, like, was it ankle is holding you back still, babe.
Was it? Okay, but yeah, she was calling her delusional, but isn't that kind of projection too? Because I think Ashley's delusional as well.
Yeah, Ashley is at least she knew that she was delusional. Because she did say, like, I know that I can't beat them. I know that I can't win against them. So at least she kind of like
in that regard. But when I had Leo on, and Leo, is a good competitor. He's like, and you saw this in the car racing one too. Ashley's sitting there and she's actually so scatterbrained and so crazy and like can't figure out how to do Sudoku and is screaming at Leo and then can't figure out how to do the puzzle and screaming at this person. It's like, Ashley, like you are so bad in high pressure situations that you actually are a bigger detriment to the game than you are a help. So, but she feels like they need to listen to her. I've been here. I'm a vet. It's like, no, step back and just stay out of the way, and it'll be better for everyone.
For us and our challenge, the last episode, she didn't say a word to us when we were doing it.
What was the last one?
The cyclone.
Oh yeah,
the water tower one.
Okay.
She just kind of stood at the bottom and I think she like tried to walk up it a little bit and then realized that she wasn't gonna be able to like hold the block. So she just stood there. Her and I. That's why I have no issues with being her partner, because I didn't get Smashly. I didn't get the screaming and the yelling of it. I just literally got I think she yelled at me once, and that was because I was like, swim faster, because I knew that we had to swim fast because I fucked up on the block and I needed a good time. So I was like, swim faster. And she was like, I'm trying. And then that was the end of that. But
I guess what it is okay, fine.
I didn't get the short end with her, the short fuse.
I guess what it is, fine if you want to call other people out about being delusional. But at the same time, when you're in the heat of the moment, you then can't play the vet card to be like, you need to listen to me. I know what I'm doing. It's like, no, actually, you do not.
Yeah.
Actually, you do not. No,
that fight was pretty
gnarly.
Pretty gnarly. And the crazy part about it is it continues. This fight doesn't just end at this episode.
Yeah.
This feud lights up.
And what's weird, okay, and you think that, okay, so, and again, you think that a lot of this was, I guess Ashley calling her out for not being athletic, not being good at the game, being delusional, but you think that was more shrouded in the game that Aneesa was playing, where the girls upstairs knew that she was in their room.
Ashley had like a lot of bottled up emotions from how Aneesa was moving.
Okay.
So that was probably her like final breaking point to where she was just like, I'm over it, I'm saying something. Because they watched Aneesa, they watched how she was moving, they watched her agree to be with them and then go against them. So I definitely think that she had bottled up emotions that were ready to just explode on Aneesa.
Well, okay, and that's Aneesa's game. That's always been her game. And I've played this a long time with her, and she's really good at it. Again, though, here's what's funny is there's a lot of vet strategy. We talked about CT. Aneesa, too. She plays the same game. That for the first time is being
compromised,
called out, and broadcast publicly when you usually don't see that. Aneesa's game, again, is she gets in, she kind of, again, floats around. She's very good at being this like amoeba that can kind of go from one group to the next and be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm your friend. I've never said your name, but it's like, okay, but you're working with people who are trying to get rid of me. So I don't know if you remember, but I think it was the nomination when America gets voted in. I'm going in as the hangnail if she loses. And right before the vote went down, I remember I went over and Aneesa was laying on one of the beds next to Olivia. And I'm just like, so are you really going to do like what she's like, you're basically going to fall in line with what she wants you to do. And Aneesa, I could tell at that moment, it was one of the first times that she like went against the group and didn't say my name, but only because I confronted her. But I saw the exact same thing. I'm like, Aneesa, you're supposed to be like my homegirl, dude. Like we've been friends for a long time. You keep telling me, oh, I'm your guy. We're working together. Yet you are thick as thieves with the girl who's actively trying to get rid of me. So that was just kind of like her gameplay with everyone, I guess.
Yeah, it was. The entire house. It was very flippity floppity, very floating around. Like Ashley said, a little dead fish out of the water. Once she figured out, we were all onto it.
It's great. If you want someone exposed, you give Ashley a bottle of wine.
And she'll do it.
She'll do it.
And she'll expose you.
She's insane, dude. Oh,
I was looking for it. That was the reality TV moment I had been waiting for.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that fight. I was like, I need a fight where I can just like hold my popcorn and be like, shit, this is good.
And it was good. And like you said, I mean, they obviously couldn't show how dark it got, but I know those two, and I've seen them both. Those aren't the two that are going to keep it like highbrow. Yeah, no, they went
low blows.
And
low
it's like
blows.
It's like, who can go lowest?
Yep. That's exactly, and then the lowest, the lowest are still coming. Don't worry.
Oh boy, can't wait. I see Turbo moving in on my roomies. All right, what's this little boys alliance he's trying to create with Cedric and is it Jeremy or Will?
Jeremy.
Yeah. What the hell's going on here? Unbelievable.
I had no idea about it. And I thought I was working very closely with Cedric and Jeremy, and apparently they have a whole completely different alliance.
Okay, but here's the thing: is Turbo loves to call people out on playing a shady game, and he called Derek fake as fuck. But it's like, wait a minute, buddy, aren't you establishing these little secret alliances? So he's playing the game too. Yeah. And this is my only problem. Listen, love Turbo, love the fact that he thinks that AI is reality. And that the guy actually fights polar bears and fucking eats
all of his Instagram posts of the AI shit is so funny.
What is it, dude? It's unbelievable. But I think here's what it is. I think when he puts this out there, I think he thinks that people think it's like real.
I don't know.
Like rising like a phoenix from the ashes. So
funny.
It is funny.
He made all of us freaking sumo wrestlers to look like CT.
And then oh my God, this guy. Okay, but he loves to call other people out for playing the game or being shady or being manipulative, but it's like, that's the game, dude.
That is literally the game. The challenge is about being snaky and manipulative. As much as it sucks, like, looking back on it and seeing how everybody was playing, like, I was not that snaky or manipulative. I was basically telling everybody my game plays because I thought I was just like being respectful. But now that I look back at it, like, you don't need to be respectful on the fucking challenge because nobody is. Yeah. And everybody is a snake at some point, one way or shape or form.
There is no honor amongst thieves.
No. Which is crazy because Turbo, that was his one thing that he would walk around the house saying is honor. You have honor. And then it's like, wait, you just literally made a whole secret alliance that is like supposed to be hush hush, don't tell the world.
But that's what I'm saying is he has the reason that he gets around it though is because he doesn't say a lot. Mm-hmm. And then the fallback that he always has is, well, I don't understand. He can always fall back on that. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what you're saying. It's like, you know exactly what's happening. Yeah. Okay, you know exactly what's going on. You're just pretending not. Mm-hmm. Ashley does that too, though. Ashley will be in like a little group, and she'll be drunk, but she'll pretend to be more drunk than she is. So you just think like, oh yeah, Ashley's over there like blacked out. She's not.
No, she knows what she's doing.
She's about 3/4 of the way. She knows what
she's doing.
She's blowing about a point, 1-1. But then she'll take that information and she uses it as currency, kind of the same way. Mm-hmm. Turbo claims there's a language barrier. Ashley claims there's an alcohol barrier. Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Two very different people, but it makes sense.
We get to the mini final. What did you know, if anything, about the mini final? Was this something that you were terrified to do?
I was terrified. Like out of my mind terrified because I
Going
mean
in as an
everything that we've done so far has been partner work. Yeah. So if there had been something that I wasn't okay with or comfortable with, I had my partner to help me out, back me up, and be there for me. Now it's all individual. I'm a team player through and through. So like I'm freaking out. All I've ever heard about mini finals is how hard they are and how it's an all-day thing with multiple checkpoints and multiple this. And honestly, all I'm thinking about is if there's math, I'm fucked. Like a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was terrified that there was going to be math because I was like, I can't do math. Like if nobody helps me with the math, like I'm fucked. Yeah. Like I will sit there and be the best part
fucked.
Is your
my
mom's a math teacher. Yeah. I mean, it was that I was terrified to go into the mini final because of literally math. And then we find out that the first checkpoint is math. And I look at America and I was like, America, I've got great memory. I will remember every symbol for you if you just tell me the math problem.
And you didn't need America to tell you the math problem, or did you? Because it seemed like everybody was telling everybody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is the point of that?
Everybody was telling everybody.
But I'm just
like we were standing in front of the thing and people were, all you heard was 222, 222, 222. So everybody just started running. Like there was a couple people that did the math problem. And then once 2 people got it, it was just game over. Everybody knew that it was 222.
And it was on camera.
Except for John A, because John A, I shit you not, stood down there. We were all up there eating for like a good 5-10 minutes. John A was down there by herself, just doing the math problems in the ground. So apparently, I don't know if her brain and her ears were turned off, where everybody was saying 222, or nobody just didn't tell her on purpose. But I shit you not, by herself, just like doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
We're all eating up there for a good 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, John A and CT seem to be on the outs in a lot of people's books.
I mean, John A got there and nobody really gave a fuck about creating an alliance or creating a bond with her because she came in at the end and then she came in and she was like, Derek, I love you. And then we were all like, ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's, okay, we see where you're going.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go from the math problem where everybody's sharing info and cheating, right? To then the eating challenge, which everyone's calling it the hardest eating challenge. I'm sorry, people. I would rather eat a pepper, an onion, and fucking garlic than the god-awful animal entrails. Bro, I ate a rat. I've eaten brain. I've eaten durian. Durian is actually one of the worst. I understand it's hard to choke that stuff down, but it's still...
It was just the acid of it. The acid of it was just like, as soon as you put it in your mouth, like you just like wanted to vomit it right back out. That's the hardest part, was just getting down the acid form of it. Because I mean, there was at one point I was sitting down there for like 10 minutes just projectile vomiting over and over. I hadn't even ate anything in like 5-10 minutes because I couldn't. Because every time I bit into the fucking onion like it was a damn apple, it would just come right back out. So that's why it was hard, was just getting down the acid of all of the fucking vegetables.
Was everybody aware that of Cheatgate? Did everyone know that it was happening, or was Michaela really the first one? Because she came out like Inspector Gadget. She's like,
I don't know if I knew it was happening.
Okay.
Because I saw multiple people throw it. I saw Theo kick his onions, and we got out of the damn challenge, and Theo was like, I mollywopped that onion with my foot like no other. Like, he was proud of it. And then as soon as TJ said something about the cheating, he was like, who was it, guys? Who was it? It was never me. It was not me. And I was like, Theo,
and Theo's the first one to call on the first challenge that we did, the mud pit challenge. I remember he was the first one to try and start calling, oh, Banana's side isn't as wet. He's cheating and all this shit. It's like, Theo, like, what?
Yeah, no, he was very proud of the cheating, but.
Yeah. So it was pretty much it was, except for maybe like Derek and like America. And
I didn't cheat.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
The whole thing.
I was busy. I was busy throwing up for so long that I couldn't cheat even if I wanted to, because so many people had left that the cameras were literally just on us. And I had so much left that I literally had no choice but to finish it all.
Were there refs? Because generally, when I tell you, dude, when we do eating challenges, like in a final, everyone has a fucking ref watching you eat. And it's like, if you like accidentally, if a little piece falls out of your mouth, they'll just put another piece on your plate.
Yeah, no.
So the fact that they were able to get away with
3 cameramen and 2 producers, and that was it.
So no one said anything about sharing the code. Nobody says anything about the damn eating. Then you get to fucking, what's the word at the end? Purgatory.
Yeah.
They're sharing letters with Purgatory. I'm like, when did this become a team?
The mini final was basically a team thing. Like, the only time we were individual were for the 2 puzzles that had to be individual because it was the chain and then turning in the symbols to make them all one. That was the only time where it was truly individual. Other than that, everybody else helped each other the entire way through.
You guys just got to be smarter. Well, not you. You got to be smarter how you cheat, dude. I'll never forget it was X's 2. No, it was X's 1. We were doing the final. We were in Iceland, and we got to the eating checkpoint, and we had to eat a goat's head. All right, so picture like the head of a goat with the fur boiled off or whatever, and the head was sliced.
Chills.
Yeah, the head was sliced down the middle, so it was like 2 halves, right? So like if you opened up the head, and there was like the brain and all like you had to peel the skin off and eat the skin, and it had 2 eyeballs, right? You had to eat the eyeballs. For whatever reason, I ate everything else. I'm like, I'm not fucking eating these eyeballs, dude. So I shoved the eyeballs in we had like snow pants. So I'm sitting there eating, pretending, and I just shoved the eyeball in my snow pants. And then we finished the eating and we got to move on. We're like in knee-deep snow. So the next checkpoint, we had to like solve a code, unlock a pair of snowshoes. So I get to the next checkpoint. There's a cameraman over my shoulder, and I bend down to solve the code, and the eyeball rolls out of my pants and just out onto the snow, and it's just staring right up at me. And I look at the camera guy, and he looks at me, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, dude. I just like shoved it down in the snow. But this eyeball legit rolled out of my pants, and it was just fun. But it's like, if you're going to cheat, you can't just discard it. You can't leave evidence.
It was literally right behind us, like 5 feet away from us. They just threw it into the bushes. Onions and peppers after peppers. I mean, it was everywhere.
Nobody confessed. So when you guys got to the end, nobody confessed?
No. Not a single person confessed to it.
Do you think anyone? I almost would have been like, wait a minute.
None of them. But it was crazy because the loudest ones talking about saying, who was it? Who was it? Somebody confessed. Were all the people that did cheat and throw their vegetables.
Thou doth protest too much, as Shakespeare would say.
They talked way too much. And then that's when we all realized we're like,
yeah.
He was one of them.
I mean, that's how you catch criminals.
Yeah. When
you sit them down, it's like, if you're talking.
4D got the shit end of the stick in the episode, though, because they got that video of her fully just throwing it.
Yeah. All right. So did anyone, in your opinion, was anybody like, because nobody really seemed to be upset about it other than, I guess, Will. Was anyone really affected by this? Because TJ calls everybody out. No points are awarded, which is the fairest way to do it because, I mean, you're not going to figure out.
Right.
That's how you know they didn't know the people that cheated. Because if they would have known, they would have isolated those people out. They didn't know.
Too many.
Too many.
Yeah.
So was anybody actually like really affected by the daily challenge or the mini final not counting for any points?
Theo was.
Okay.
Because Theo had 6 points at that point and he had finished top 4 or 5.
Okay.
So he would have gotten a lot of points.
But how many points did he have going in? 6?
Yeah. I mean, he would have jumped up a little bit on the list. Not enough to like pick a partner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He still would have jumped up a little bit.
You had the guys in the 30s.
Yeah. Literally. Aviv was upset because it would have pushed Aviv, I think, to like 2nd or 3rd pick. So there were a couple people that were very upset because it would have pushed them over the edge. Just a little bit to get some points.
Why does John A feel the need? It's such a random clip, but why does John A feel the need to pull America aside and confess to her? Who was that?
Dude, I have no idea. We got back to the house and we were talking about cheating and John A was just going around the house being like, everybody thinks it's me. Everybody thinks it's me. And we're like, you threw your plate. Like literally threw your entire plate like you did. And she went around the house and she was like, I didn't even do it. Like I picked it back up and put it on the plate and ate it. Like, no, girl, no, you didn't. You threw it and then you walked off.
It was everybody.
But then she just tried to go around the house like pulling people to the side. Why she chose America first to be the first person. And then pull her into the boys' room out of all rooms. No idea.
We had this awkward dinner. Was this dinner as corny and awkward as it looked?
Oh my God. I was having the time of my life. You want to know why I was having the time of my life? Because we had servers the entire time that brought us out. There was however many of us, like on one side, like there was 8 of us sitting. We had 8 servers behind us with plates that would put it in front of us. Literally like we were at like the most fancy dinner, but it was men. Everywhere. The sexiest chili men I've ever seen in my entire life, just serving us food. So everybody's sitting there freaking out, and I'm literally just like looking at every man walking by, dropping off my food. And I'm looking at Ashley and Nani next to me. I'm like, okay, we're going to rate them. Which one's the best man here? Everybody else was just pissed off still, but I was just
You were having the time.
I was
of your
having
life.
the time of my life.
You're surrounded by.
I finally got other men besides Derek Chavez in this house.
You're just
to stare
surrounded
at.
by hot Chilean. I mean,
Yeah.
especially after I left.
Yeah, exactly. You left, and who else was I supposed to stare at?
Exactly. CT.
And I was staring at like 12 of him.
All right. So
But yeah, that dinner was very corny.
It seemed
was corny.
it really seemed corny, dude. I'm like, what are we doing?
It was. We were at like a Love Island type.
Yeah, but
dinner.
kind
The
of.
food was fantastic.
No, the
it was
food
the
looked
best
great.
food that we had all week.
Usually
all
that's something
season,
you do like
but
at the end, right before a final, the final 8. But this was just weird. It just seemed forced. It just seemed corny. But everyone seems to be having a good time. Maybe Will doesn't see the hot Chilean waiters running around. Why is Will? What's he so upset about?
Because Nani cheated in the mini final
Oh, the
at
mini
the
final.
eating part. This was right after mini final, and he was pissed that Nani had cheated, and him and Nani were planning on going into being locked in partners.
So what's he upset? What?
Because he's pissed that he doesn't want to be with a partner that's going to cheat. Because he's like, I need somebody that's playing with integrity. I need somebody that's going to be good. He's like, I can't be with somebody that's going to be cheating. And he was pissed off that Nani might have thrown like an onion or something. And so he didn't want to like say it, like call her out specifically. So he said it in a wide stance to everybody. And then he just made himself look a little crazy.
I thought he was upset because he like that cost him points.
Well, I mean, it did cost him points, but regardless, he would have beat Jeremy, so he would have gotten first choice, yes. But I don't think he was picking Aviv regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they had talked about being partners, but I don't think that was his first choice. So I don't think that wouldn't have pissed him off that bad. A lot of it was because him and Nani were hooking up and kikiing, and then they were going to be partners. So then that really pissed him off. And then
that's such a weird thing to be upset about.
And then
because it's
after
not
that,
like it would be one thing if it's like, oh, by her cheating, it prevented them from being partners or something like that. Like, yo, we had a plan, and because you cheated, you fucked it up. It was almost like no harm, no foul.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody
it was no harm, no
did
foul.
it.
Yeah.
Do we just think like, and again, I don't know because I wasn't there for long enough to know. And I know that he obviously came a little unglued when the whole me, him, D situation went down. Is this just kind of like a common theme with him though, where he just kind of becomes unglued like at very
He's like a light switch.
Things. Yeah.
He's literally a light switch. It just, once it flips.
Yeah.
And it's just, you stay away. You keep your distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's, and again, and I think she starts to see the writing on the wall too, because she even starts to say like, I think it would be a better idea for us to not be paired up.
Mm-hmm.
It's already like we've got like this like dysfunctional couple.
Yeah.
You know? All right. So
it put Nani back on the market for me, so that was fine.
I'll tell you what, talking about some good old fashioned television, we're seeing vintage Nani this season.
Yeah.
Vintage. We have not seen this version of her in a long time. I'm telling you, I don't think you understand as a newbie to the show, as a first timer, what you're witnessing things this season that either we've never seen before or we haven't seen
in a while,
in a long time, and you're witnessing it firsthand. So yes, Nani back on the market.
She's having fun.
I mean, just
she's living the dream.
Living the dream, dude.
Yeah,
and I love it because I felt like we lost Nani for a little bit, but she's back in a big way. All right, so coupling. Jeremy and Aviv, Will and Olivia, Sydney and Turbo. You choose Nani. How are we feeling about our decisions here?
I decided to choose Nani while I was standing up there. I didn't have any like plan.
Wait, when did Olivia? So because Olivia did Will pick Olivia or did Olivia pick
Olivia
Will?
picked Will. Jeremy picked Aviv.
Unbelievable.
Michaela picked Cedric. And then Olivia picked Will right after.
Even though Will said that he didn't want to be paired with her, and even though
she only
made
picked,
a plea.
Yep. I literally told her, I was like, I want to be with you. And she was like, okay, I'll keep it in mind. But then
I want to be.
She literally was like, I just need to pick somebody in that inner circle that I know I'm going to be safe with. And I was like, okay. And she thought Will was that best choice for her. Because she was like, Will's hooking up with Nani, which means Nani's probably never going to vote for him. So that was her mindset. I'm picking Will. So she picked Will. And then I looked left to right and I was like, well, fuck, who do I pick now? And I knew that Leo and Nani actually had like a real conversation about picking each other. They had that conversation, but I looked at Leo and I was like, so what are you going to do? And he was like, I don't know.
Ashley.
He was like, I'm just going to wait until we like get there. And I was like, okay, cool, me too. And then I looked at him and I was like, I also don't care if people have like had preconceived conversations. Like if you already plan on picking somebody and I get there and this person's left, like I'm just going to fucking pick them. Because I knew that they had that conversation. So I was alluding to that, to saying that to him, to like, hey, if Nani's there. And he was like, yeah, no, I'm doing the same thing. And I was like, okay, cool. Glad we're on the same page. So once we got up there and I realized Nani was still left, I was like, hell yeah, I'm picking Nani. And the reason I picked Nani was because coming into the next couple of episodes, Aneesa and them are out to get Ashley because of the fight that they just had, obviously.
Aneesa and who?
Olivia and their little minions, whatever.
Okay.
They want Ashley out now because of the fight that's going on with Ashley. And I was like, if I get Ashley, her and I are immediately going in every single time. And I knew that because they don't give a fuck about me and they don't give a fuck about Ashley. So I was like, I can't be the one to pick Ashley because I don't want her crossfire. I'm not getting in the middle of that. So I picked Nani to be safe. And then it just made sense for Leo to go with Ashley because of Leo and Jake and then Ashley and Aneesa. So it just made more sense for them to last longer that way.
I love watching Leo.
And then Nani's very politically safe at this point in the house. So I was like, me and her can fly under the radar for a very long time.
So we got Leo and Ashley, team crash out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think out of all the pairings, I think the happiest couple, Gabe and Johnny. It's like, he's not even trying to hide it. Dude.
No, he's not. He was pissed about having her. Did not want her, does not want her.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any moment in time of where it even like, he was like, thinks about how she could be good. It was just all hell from that moment on forward.
Unbelievable. So messy.
Oh, and it even gets messier. Just you wait.
I mean, I saw the mid-season trailer, so that was pretty epic.
It's crazy. And my blood's gonna start boiling in the next few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You thought it was over for me getting locked away one by one. It's not.
It's not?
No.
Is that a little teaser? Is it gonna be someone? Okay, let me ask you this. It's not to give too much information away, but so you're going to be, I don't know, betrayed, blindsided, whatever you want to call it again. Is this somebody that is close to you, or does this come out of left field, or is this somebody that you're like, damn, I can't believe I trusted you?
Comes out of left field.
Out of left field.
Mm-hmm.
The old left field blindside. Well, it's happened to us all, man. So, anyways. Well, I can't wait to see the rest of the season. Again, we get another Aneesa throwdown, this time with Nani. That's going to be good.
I really hope they show me because I also get involved in it.
You do?
Yeah.
You just couldn't help yourself.
I couldn't.
You're like, I sat the last one out.
I needed a moment to scream at Aneesa. I was just waiting for it.
It was like double Dutch.
And as soon as I found that opportunity, I saw, ooh.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Okay. Well, can't wait to see the rest, man. All right, dude. Well, hey, thanks for coming on and, mixing it up with Derek a little bit. And
absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Chopping it up on the pod. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in and good luck on your apartment search.
Thanks.
And
so hard.
Yeah, I know. That's what she said. That's what he said.
Yeah. I tell that to them quite often.
Where can people find you? And I'm not talking about like proximity wise, like social media. People want to follow you and
TikTok, Snapchat, Justin Hinsley, Instagram, _. I post on everything. Come find me.
All right.
You'll never know what you're gonna get when I post.
Hinsley.
Yes.
All right. And if you want to find Michelle, she's teaching at a classroom somewhere
in Texas.
Yeehaw. All right. Well, Justin, thanks for coming by.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for stopping by the Death, Taxes, and Bananas podcast, where the tea flows like wine and my guests instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm Oprah, and I love you.